Bang tinago niyo yung asawa niyo?
Yes. Tinago ko po ang asawa ko. It is because I needed to step back. That they were able to have this case, a warrant of arrest is issued, and the complainant is inexistent. Happened 2 weeks after the court granted my husband's petition for bail. So, ibig sabihin, kakabalik lang niya ng Mabini, kaka-assume lang ulit niya ng kanyang office as mayor of Mabini. We discovered another rape case.
It's 2 rape charges.
I don't think that they are directly related to that. Perhaps that has been my position, my personality ever since I engaged in various committee hearings in the House, even before Quadcom, no? But you've mentioned about the cases that my husband and I went through, no? It brought a lot of impact to my life, to my family's life, and nakikita ko siya sa social media ngayon, Casey. Every time that I interpolate, lumalabas lagi yung fabricated cases of rape ng asawa ko with the branding that tinago ko ang asawa ko.
Yes.
I evaded the law.
That's what's going around. That here you are holding people to account, and yet you told your husband to hide and not face these charges when they were filed against him. Talaga bang tinago niyo yung asawa niyo?
Yes. Tinago ko po ang asawa ko. It is because I needed to step back. So, hindi po totoo na I evaded the law. I just needed to step back because I needed to prepare my husband. I needed to prepare my young children then. I needed to prepare my kababayan in Mabini. Kasi may kaso yung mayor nila, di ba? And rape case is a very scandalous case, no? As soon as I believe that all of them are prepared already, I made my husband make voluntary surrender before the court. Na-arraign po siya. We attended the pre-trial. As a matter of fact, we filed a petition for bail. That's why he was able to get his temporary liberty. The prosecution was able to present their evidence. And from our end, the accused, we also presented our evidence. And we were able to prove, Casey, that the complainant is a fictitious personality. At first, I felt so frustrated because being a lawyer, a member of the bar, kabaro ko yung fiscal eh. Kabaro ko yung judge eh. How come that they were able to have this case, a warrant of arrest is issued, and the complainant is inexistent? We verified her identity with PSA, the Philippine Statistics Authority, with SHED, with DepEd, with COMELEC, and even with her alleged place of birth. I think it's in Bacoor, Cavite. Her identity is totally inexistent. And then, when I go over the documents of the court and even of the prosecution, all the notices are returned to sender. The notices to the complainant, the notices to my husband, everything are returned to sender. Ibig sabihin, the address which is being used for my husband is erroneous. And the address that was submitted by the complainant is inexistent as well.
Was there ever a point during that time when you also were afraid that the truth might say otherwise? That here you are, you're trying to defend your husband, pero meron ba kayong kaba na baka totoo? Diba? Ano yung nararamdaman nyo ng mga panahon yun?
Well, the first time I learned about that case, the fabricated case of rape, I immediately asked my husband. I asked him once. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, tatanungin kita ng isang beses lang. Whatever you will tell me, I will believe you. And the moment he said, that is not true, that is fabricated, and that is the time I initially made my stand. I need to have that warrant of arrest quashed.
And that happened.
Yeah.
But
As a matter of fact,
there was
Casey,
another one that came.
As a matter of fact, to finish the first fabricated case of rape, the court rendered a decision dismissing the case with prejudice. Ibig sabihin, they cannot refile the case. And we were able to overwhelmingly establish that there is no complainant at all.
At all. Okay.
But it's so hard to believe, Casey, di ba? They went through the preliminary investigation, they went through the judicial determination of probable cause, they issued the warrant. And there's no person complaining my husband.
I know, you mentioned about the conflict. Pero ito you took an oath as a lawyer to defend the rule of law, hindi ba? And then you see, itong mga sinabi mo, kabaro nyo, circumventing the law. That must have been difficult. How difficult was that for you to see that, okay, this is a reality that I have to face?
At first, I was thinking to go against them, to file the necessary administrative cases. Pero when I started assuming my office as Congresswoman of Batangas 2nd District, and I saw the courage and the dedication of the people in the DOJ, which heads the preliminary investigation processes, most especially under the leadership of Secretary Boying. I submitted myself that perhaps this is an isolated case. Siguro naman, mas maraming fiscal at mas maraming judges ang tapat sa kanilang tungkulin.
Kailan ho yan nangyari? Pagkatapos or bago nung pangalawang complaint? Kasi may pangalawang dumating, hindi ba?
This happened after the 2 complaints. The second complaint happened 2 weeks after the court granted my husband's petition for bail. So, ibig sabihin, kakabalik lang niya ng Mabini, kaka-assume lang ulit niya ng kanyang office as mayor of Mabini. We discovered another rape case. Pero swerte namin, Casey, inabutan ko siya sa preliminary investigation during the time that it is still with the office of the prosecutor. So we were able to file the necessary counter affidavit. I made a complete account of his whereabouts. Every hour, every day, I submitted a complete account of my husband's whereabouts. But what is significant, Casey, kung anong modus dun sa first case, same modus dun sa second case.
Did you ever find out who was behind this?
I honestly believe that these people will not leave any footprint, no? Pero, lang naman tayo, sino bang gagawa sa atin yan? Only people who have bad feelings, negative feelings about us. And yes, I do acknowledge that it is possible na politika din ang dahilan.
So then fast forward to the decision that had to be made that you were going to run for Congresswoman of 2nd District. For the longest time, you've been in the shadow of your husband.
Yeah.
Diba? Naging municipal administrator din po
That's
kayo.
true.
How does it feel like coming into your own? Na ito ka na. Hindi ka na municipal administrator, hindi ka na asawa lang ni Mayor Beatrix, pero congresswoman ka ng 2nd District of Batangas.
First of all, I feel so fulfilled, Casey, na madami tayong natutulungan and we are the avenue of all the help that we are getting from the government for our constituents, no? Ang dami po ng nagiging tulong ng ating pamahalaan para sa ating mga kababayan. Ang daming nangarap maging congressman. And I feel so humbled na through us, dumadaloy ang tulong ng pamahalaan para sa ating mga kababayan. But about how I feel now that from becoming the wife of the then mayor and the municipal administrator of my hometown, hindi po nawawala sa isip ko na ang lahat ng ito ay nagmula sa aking kabiyak. As a matter of fact, Casey, siya ang unang nangarap na magkaroon ng congressman na galing sa aming bayan. And that is the reason why after winning his second term, he started moving around the 6 municipalities of 2nd District. Nagpakilala na siya that he will be running for congressman.
Yeah, correct.
However, by December of 2019, I believe, dun siya na-confront ng mga 2 consecutive fabricated cases of rape.
Is it correct to assume that you've always been the force behind Mayor Beatrix? Kayo ba talaga ang puwersa?
I think it's vice versa. If I am the force behind my husband, I believe so as well that he is the force behind this congresswoman.
Tell us about the foundation of that relationship. Mahirap kasi pag dalawang makapangyarihan.
Love story na to.
Oo. Pag paano ba ang love story ng dalawang makapangyarihan, hindi ba?
Paano ba kami nag-umpisa?
Pero makapangyarihan bang tingin niyo sa sarili ninyo? Let's start off with that.
No. I have always appreciated myself as the support system of my husband. As a matter of fact, nung single pa po tayo, yes, I was a career woman. Galing po tayo ng Department of Justice. I even joined the Special Presidential Task Force 156 that is on tax credit scam, if you remember that. I led the investigation which resulted to the abolition of One-Stop Shop Center in the Department of Finance. No. But the moment I married my husband, Casey, I don't know if you have that kind of feeling, no? I really submitted myself to him. Parang ang naging fulfillment ko na lang is to see my husband happy,
Succeed.
to see my children happy, to see my family okay. Basta okay sila, okay na din ako.
Naiintindihan. Gets na gets ko yun, Congresswoman. Because ganun din ako.
Talaga?
Oo, ganun din ako. It's my...
But you're a superwoman now.
Ay, hindi po. Pareho lang tayo. I mean, at the end of the day, di ba, may pamilya tayong inuwian.
Yeah. After a very busy day, it is always fulfilling to go back to your family.
And that's when you get you refueled and recharged,
Yes,
hindi ba?
that's very